Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at the Tecware Phantom Plus Elite, an 87 key, 10 keyless keyboard from our good friends at Tecware. This has been sent over free of charge for review purposes, and they haven't asked me to say anything, they haven't given me any scripting or anything like that, so this is all my own words and all my own thoughts. So I just want to get that out there straight away. So this keyboard is the enhanced version. If you've previously used the Tecware Phantom 87 or you've used the Tecware Phantom Plus, this is the Elite version. So it's a little bit enhanced. You've got some extra cool features, such as you've now got a double shot PBT keycap, which is upgraded from the previous ABS version. You've also got the new V3 clipped and lubed stabilizers. You've also got Bluetooth 5 and also 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi if you want to connect wirelessly, or you can still connect via a cable should you wish to, or for charging the battery, which is built in. There is a 2500 milliamp hour battery built in here, which should last you somewhere up to a region of about 250 days, they say, although depending on your RGB brightness and your lighting styles, that may differ. Other key improvements on this particular keyboard is the new multi-deck dampening. So we've got tons of foam dampening on there, loads of layers to give it that really nice focky, clicky feel. Also, to take things a little bit further, they've also added a silicone gasket and also silicone dampers on the actual spacebar as well, just to try and eliminate any rattles or any keyboard noises that would be undesirable. Throw into the mix the fact you've got a universal 5-pin PCB, so you can basically swap out the switches to whatever you want. They are hot swappable, and they do come included with a choice of switches. So there's a choice of 4 currently from Tecware themselves, if you want to go with Tecware branded switches. There is a brown switch, an orange switch. Both of those are going to be your tactile switch with a little bit of a bump. And also there is a pink switch and a red switch, which are both linear type switches. You're probably seeing this on the screen right now with the various different levels of force needed to actuate them. Now, if you do plan to stick with the Tecware switches, which I thoroughly recommend you do, these are a massive upgrade from the switches used previously. Tecware were using previously Cherry MX or Otomu switches, whereas now they're using their own Tecware Wraith switches, which come from the factory, pre-lubed and ready to go. They're really nice switches, very nice feel to them, no scratchiness, and that little bit of lubrication might not be quite enough for some people, but generally for most people I think you're going to be absolutely fine and you're going to really enjoy the sound and the typing feel. Other key quality of life experience things which come with the Elite version is the fact you get included the removable frame. So this is an additional cost generally. So if you are using one of Tecware's keyboards, you can purchase these frames separately. This for some people is going to be one of those things which they really do like, because as standard, the keys are of the kind of floating style, whereas when you add on the frame, it covers up the bottom of the switches, and as you can hear, that is magnetic, and there's quite a strong magnet on there, which really does hold it in place, no matter how vigorous your gaming session might be. Other quality of life features as well, because of the fact that it is a wired keyboard as well as being wireless, they do include some really nice accessories to get you connected. So let's take a look at what you get actually inside the box now. So in terms of connectivity, if you want to go down the wired route, they do provide this really nice coiled cable. So that's USB Type C on the keyboard end, and on the other end we've got USB Type A, all nicely gold plated and braided. Very nice high quality cable. You also get a combination keycap puller and switch puller. Again, these are hot swap switches, so if you do want to swap them out, you certainly can do. But if for any reason you get a problem with any of the switches, they do include 4 replacement switches in the bag, included in the box, all that kind of stuff. So these are 2-pin units. These are the brown switches in the particular unit I've got. So these are the tactile ones with a little bit of a bump there. I think these are about 50 grams to actually push and about 58 for the actual actuation force at the bottom. They feel really nice. You'll hear some sound tests of those a little bit later. Also included is a cute little dongle, so if you are planning to connect this up with the 2.4 gigahertz, there is a little dongle. And another quality of life thing, I keep on saying that, but it is those little features which really make a product. They've actually gone to the bother of actually writing on the dongle what it is actually for. So if you're someone who has a multiple dongle life, you know exactly which one is for your keyboard. And last of all, in terms of what is included, we get this little card here which tells you all the functions. So if you do want to use the hotkeys on the keyboard to control things like your lighting, to switch between the various inputs, of which there are 4. So you have 3 which you can use for Bluetooth, so 3 Bluetooth devices, and also the wired connection, and potentially also you've got the 2.4 gigahertz. So if you want to, You can maybe have 4 devices connected at once, so the dongle maybe in your main PC and then 3 other Bluetooth devices. When you plug in via USB, it does remove the facility to use the wireless, so do bear that in mind. A very quick look at the packaging. So again, Tecware do some really nice packaging, goes over the key features on the front. So you've got RGB, which is listed there with their Wraith lube switches. Also the fact you've got the double walled PBT keycaps. You've got the V3 stabilizers, 3 modes of wireless, which kind of is wrong. There's 2 wireless modes plus wired. So yeah, make of that what you will. Although in terms of wireless modes, there's 4 connections available there. So yeah, they're wrong on both accounts, but we'll give them that. Also, you've got the universal 5-pin Hotswap sockets, which we've mentioned already, and also tons of sound dampening. On the other side of the box, you can see what switches it's using, and these are the tactile and tells you about the force, etc. On the back, again, goes over the same specifications, and we've got another shot of the various key switches that are available. So now let's take a closer look at the actual keyboard itself. The first thing you're going to notice is there is a little bit of weight to this as well. There is a 2500 mAh battery built into this, so you can use it wirelessly, as we are currently. If for some reason you're seeing any of the B-roll and you're seeing some strobing effects actually on the keyboard, that is purely down to my inability to set up my camera. In real life, when you're looking at this, it looks absolutely stunning and there's no flickering whatsoever. You do get a little bit of flashing, but that is generally when the various wireless modes are enabled. So at the moment, the number 4 is flashing. That means it's not connected to a PC via the wireless dongle. In order to change those, you can use the function key. So function 1 is Bluetooth 1, function 2, Bluetooth 2, function 3, Bluetooth 3, and function 4 is the Wi-Fi or the 2.4 gigahertz connected to that dongle. If you want to reset any of those, so maybe you've got a replacement dongle or you want to remove one of your Bluetooth devices and connect to another one, then all you do is press and hold the function key and the particular number that you want to apply to. Just keep on holding it down and it will flash faster than what it does normally to let you know that it's reset the connection. So looking at the keyboard itself, really nice layout. This is 87 keys, so 10 keyless effectively. Really nice layout, OEM profile to the keycaps. I really do like the look of this, the kind of the white and the grey together. I think it looks really nice. There's a very nice touch to it. And with the colour from the RGB as well, I think it sets it off really, really nicely. The profile for me works really well. I am a big fan of the OEM profile. And I'm a massive fan as well of the keycaps and the font. Very, very legible, very easy to see whether the lighting is on or off. At the moment, the lighting's gone off. Now this is a power saving feature, so if you're concerned that maybe your battery's going to run down, if you're not using the keyboard for a few minutes, then the lighting will turn off and it will stop the connection. All you need to do is to press a key and you can wake it right back up, which is really nice. And press a key you may want to do because these key switches are phenomenal, they really are. We did take a look at these as well, or a similar version of these on the other keyboard we reviewed from Tecware, which was the Tecware Phantom Plus, not the Elite version, so that is a slightly downgraded version. ABS keycaps and doesn't have the frame, doesn't have the wireless, etc. So a little bit cheaper. Maybe you want to check that out, I'll link that in the video description. But the keys on this, they just sound absolutely wonderful. No scratchiness to them at all. Just a really, really nice weight to them. And the space bar, it just all sounds and feels wonderful. So if you are someone who has to do a lot of typing, then it's going to feel really nice. And you can as well raise or lower the keyboard. So there's legs on here to bring it up a little bit. There's also rubberized bits on the bottom to stop it from slipping around. So if you have it flat on your desk, it's actually quite difficult to move it. So it's going to stay nice and firmly planted. But I think it's got a really nice sound to it. For those of you that are wondering, does it make any difference to the noise with the cover on? I'll be honest, I'm not sure myself, so let's find out. I think it sounds pretty much the same, but I'll let you be the judge of that. You have got some other features on the keyboard, such as you've got some illumination there, so you've got the green light to say that you're on battery power. Above that, there is a caps lock light, so if you turn on caps lock, oh actually I can't turn on caps lock because I'm not connected currently, so ignore that, but generally there is a light there to show whether it's on, and that light shines through the actual section as well, so normally you'd see it kind of like that, and with the cover over the top you can still see it, so yeah, that's pretty cool. When it comes to the actual connectivity, so on the back there, you've got a on-off switch with 3 positions. So if it's in the sideways, you're on the 2.4 gigahertz. If you put it to the other side, then that is on wired, and in the middle is off. So if maybe you're traveling or something, then you can set it to the off position. When you turn it on for the first time, you get a little bit of a startup animation there. And if you do like your RGB lighting, or you want to change it, or you just want to turn it off, it's very easy to do. So you can use this set of keys here, the 6 there, and also the up, down, left, right controls the speed and also the brightness. So using the function key, if you press the down button, you've got various levels there of illumination, and also you can turn the speed up or turn the speed down. You get a double flash on the caps lock light when you've reached the limit of the adjustment. And if you go through the buttons there for insert, home, page up, page down, etc., you can cycle through the various lighting styles, of which there are 18 built into the unit itself. Or alternatively, you can use software. So I've actually got some footage of the software in action, so you can have a quick look at that. There's nothing overly exciting in there, but you can create macros and that kind of stuff. And also there is a feature on here, so you can actually set the RGB so it does actually react to sound coming through your PC. So it'll monitor what's playing on your computer, and it will try and emulate that in lighting, which some people may like, I don't know, entirely down to the individual. For me personally, I quite like using just the keys to go through and actually select what my lighting style is. You've got the per key lighting, various different options available, the snake pattern, etc. The sine wave, I think that is called. That is probably one of my favorites, actually. I like that one. There's also a rain one as well, which is here somewhere. Yeah, that is the raindrop one. I like that one. It's quite subtle. Looks quite nice. Well, if RGB can be actually subtle. Anyway, so I think that is pretty much it for the keyboard itself. Overall, a fantastic experience. My only criticism at the moment of this particular unit would be the fact that, as it stands currently at the time of recording, this is early December 2023. On the market at the moment, there's only the US layout available, which is a shame for those of us in the UK if you prefer a UK layout. And also, there isn't a full-size version of this available at present, but I believe both of those things will be rectified in the new year, so do keep a lookout for those. If potentially you like the look and you like the feel of this keyboard and you think the price is pretty good, and actually we haven't mentioned the price. The launch price for this, looking somewhere around about £100, £99, depending where you're looking. I'll put some links for Amazon in the video description. It works out this is somewhere in the region of about £10 to £15, maybe £20 more expensive than the Tecware Phantom Plus. So if you do want the extra features of the Elite, such as the ability to use it wireless, also the fact that this is included, which normally this frame costs somewhere between £10 to £15. So it might be worth for some of you going with the Elite to go straight away. And also you've got the other features such as the PBT double shot caps rather than being ABS that you have on the standard Phantom Plus. Anyway, overall, fantastic keyboard, excellent weight, excellent quality, very, very sturdy, very strong, literally no flex to it at all. This thing is absolutely solid, which is yeah, a sign of where Tecware are going. They've basically taken a lot of criticism over the past for various different design choices, and they've worked with gamers and they've basically said, right, what can we do to make a really good keyboard but not spend an absolute fortune? I think they've dialed this in really well. They've certainly done what I believe to be possibly the best mechanical wireless keyboard on the market at the moment. But ultimately, it's going to be down to the individual. But please do let me know what you think about this one in the comments section below. But for now, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.